preserving local places, aside from their architectural value, is that each places embody our values, our cultural identity, and the historical continuity. Protecting our patrimony helps people to be reminded of their historical roots and identity. The presence of the past embodied in the structures built by our ancestors enriches our lives and enlarges our understanding of history while creating for us a sense of continuity. In a changing world, the presence of familiar and beautiful landmarks imparts a sense of security and timelessness. Here are the list of different historical sites and landmarks that are still being preserved up to this date.
Fort Santiago was a fortress built in the late 1500s by the Spanish government during the colonization of Manila. It served as a storage for ammunition and converted into a prison cell for activists and the political resistance. The fort is one of the most important historical sites in Manila. Several lives were lost in its prisons during the Spanish Empire and World War II. Jose Rizal, one of the Philippine national heroes, was imprisoned here before his execution in 1896. The Rizal Shrine Museum displays memorabilia of the hero in their collection, and the fort features embedded into the ground in bronze his footsteps representing his final walk from his cell to the location of the actual execution. Intramuros served as the seat of government of the Captaincy General of the Philippines, a component realm of the Spanish Empire, housing the colony's Governor-General from its founding in 1571 until 1865, and the real Audiencia of Manila until the end of Spanish rule during the Philippine Revolution of 1898.
Basilica del Santo Niño. The basilica was founded in 1565 and is the oldest Roman Catholic church in the entire country. The spot was where Miguel Lopez de Legazpi found the image of the child Jesus. It was also the same statue that Ferdinand Magellan gave to the wife of Raja Humabon of Cebu after they were baptized to Christianity in 1521. It holds deep cultural significance for the people of Cebu due to the Catholic faith held by the majority of Cebuanos. The church represents the introduction of Christianity to the island and in turn, the Christianization of the Philippines. The Santo Niño, a representation of Jesus as a black holy child, is housed inside the basilica to this day. The statue is believed to be the same statue given by Portuguese explorer Ferdinand Magellan to Queen Juana back in 1521. The Santo Niño is now seen as the patron of Cebu. Cebuanos turn to the Santo Niño for strength and guidance within their lives.
The Shrine of Mary, Queen of Peace, Our Lady of Edsa, or more popularly, the Edsa Shrine, is a small church of Roman Catholic Archdiocese of Manila located at the intersection of Ortigas Avenue and Epifanio de los Santos Avenue in Barangay Ugong Norte, Quezon City. Was built in 1989 on donated land to commemorate the People Power Revolution. The shrine is the site of two peaceful demonstrations that toppled President Ferdinand Marcos, the People Power Revolution or EDSA 1 in 1986, and Joseph Estrada, the EDSA Revolution 2001 or EDSA 2. The Aguinaldo Shrine, located in Kawit, Cavite, was the home of the first and youngest president of the Republic of the Philippines, Emilio Aguinaldo. It's a historical place in Philippines because it's where the first Philippine flag was waved that symbolizes the country's independence in 1898. The house was built in 1845, made from wood and thatch, that reconstructed in 1849. Here, Aguinaldo was born on March 22, 1869, in this place where the Philippine Independence Day, also known as Araw ng Kalayaan, was declared on June 12, 1898. To this day, all Filipinos annually commemorate the Independence Day.
Corregidor Island is known for its many historical significance in the country. For one, it became the seat of the Philippine Commonwealth Government in 1941. It also became the headquarters of the Allied forces during Japanese occupation in the Philippines in 1942. Later that year, the Battle of Corregidor took place on the island as the culmination of the Japanese campaign to conquer the Philippine government. A lot of Filipino, American, and Japanese lives were lost during the battle as the island was the last remaining obstacle that will allow the Japanese to have full control of Manila Bay.
The Calle Crisologo. The Crisologo Street, situated in Vigan City, is the last surviving site in the Philippines depicting urban planning and architecture that reflects the mixture of different cultural imprints on the Filipino heritage, including Spanish urban planning with authentic 19th to the early 20th century architects existing in a landscape that continues to show traces of its original setting. Calle Crisologo is 50th century Spanish street in Vigan City. Ilocos Sur is one of the best display of Spanish influence in the country. Considered to be one of the heritage Philippines in the Philippines, being surrounded by old houses, Calle Crisologo is also called the Heritage Village. It was considered a UNESCO heritage site in order to save the cultural past of the Ilocos region. Next is the Leyte Landing Monument. The MacArthur Leyte Landing Memorial National Park, also known as the Leyte Landing Memorial Park and the MacArthur Park, is protected area of the Philippines that commemorates the historic landing of General Douglas MacArthur in Leyte Gulf at the start of the campaign to recapture and liberate the Philippines from Japanese occupation on October 20, 1944. The War Memorial is located in the municipality of Palo in Leyte Island in eastern Visayas and is one of the region's major tourist attractions. It was declared a national park on July 12, 1977 through a letter of instructions number 572 signed by President Ferdinand Marcos. The landing signifies the defeat of Japanese rule in the Philippines and also can be seen as an important link in the global victory over the fascist Axis.
Biak na Bato is a Tagalog word for cleft rock. It is the name of a place in the mountains of Bulacan Province where in 1987, the insurgent forces under General Emilio Aguinaldo retreated from the advancing Spanish army. The main purpose was to have Masonic Lodge for Spanish-speaking Filipinos and Europeans. Literally known as Split Boulders, it was the mountain hideout of the Filipino revolutionary forces during the Spanish regime. It was where the historic Republic of Biak na Bato was established and where the Malolos Constitution was signed by General Emilio Aguinaldo and Pedro Paterno. In the same manner that we cherish childhood toys or old photographs because of the memories they evoke, the preservation of historic structures and landscape protect the nation's memories by conserving a part of its past. Bagumbayan, also known as Luneta Park, is one of the most historical attractions in the Philippines and national historical shrines in the Philippines. This is because the Philippines' national hero, Dr. Jose Rizal, was executed here in 1896 after he fought for the country's freedom from the Spaniards through articles, essays, and novels. Bagumbayan also became known for its recreation drives, parade ground, and its fortifications, which were erected as the Spanish military so that all attacks on the city had to pass through that location.
In the same manner that we cherish childhood toys or old photographs because of the memories they evoke, the preservation of historic structures and landscapes protects the nation's memories by conserving a part of its past. This history is important because it connects us to specific times, places, and events that were significant milestones in our collective past. At the most basic level, it serves to maintain and celebrate civic beauty and pride, and foster an appreciation of local and national history and heritage. The preservation of historic structures would have given meaning and color to the lessons of history and help us understand significant events in our country's past.